I went to her and I was like, what if one day she went to her church and she saw this young man, and the young man said to her, hey, could you ask me some questions, and then you guys become friends, and then after a period of time you realize that you love the young man, you like the young man, you want to get to know the young man, what would you do? That's what I said to her. And she said, well. She
Seriously?
said, yeah. She said, well. And she wasn't looking in my eyes because I think she knew then that I was going into something. She was like, well, I will let the guy know that I like him and express my feeling to him and see what happens. So I said, okay then. That's exactly what I'm doing right now because I'm the guy in that situation. And she was like, oh, and she was blushing. She was like, oh my God, feeling so, carried away and overwhelmed. And I was like, yeah, Archie, you did it. You sealed it. And yeah, that's what I did. And then she gave me her number. And no, I gave her my number, I think. That's what I did. Yeah, I think I gave her my number, yeah. I don't know, we don't really take number. We keep few number to see if the female interested. If she's interested, she'll link you. So that was my game. I gave her my number. And is there anything you want to say on this part?
I called him one day.
And you called me, okay, go on with the story.
Yeah, I called him one day. I'm like, hey, what's up? Remember me? I'm Davine. I met you in the church. You gave me your number. How you doing? Etc. etc. And how did that make you feel? No, tell the people how you felt.
I knew you were gonna come with that. I knew. So yeah, one day I was home because my father was, gone to work. And I think I was the only one home. Stepmom was at work or something like that. And I was there and I was washing dishes and stuff like that, and I heard my phone, it was ringing, and then I didn't know which number was calling, of course. So when I picked up the phone and I realized it was her, and we finished the conversation, and after I hung up the call, I jumped for joy and I was like, yes, I sealed it, I've done it. And I was jumping for joy, I was shouting, I was excited. For that moment, it was like the happiest day of my life. Because as I said before, guys, I give out my number, and if she's interested, then she would reach out to me. And once I realized and once she reached out to me, then I know that I have sealed it. And I know that I am eligible and I am competent for the job. And she called me, guys, and I was filled with excitement. I was thrilled, and I was just excited. I couldn't keep myself quiet. I was washing dishes and I was singing song and I was feeling good. The next day when I was going to school, I ensured that, because I used to trim myself, I'm really shaved up and everything is nice and I'm neat and I'm looking fresh. And at that time I used to wear my father's fragrances. Now I'm wearing my own fragrance. And I think he had the Aspen, that little fragrance in the green bottle, and I touched myself with Aspen just to know that I smell good, to attract the female. And yeah, and it's from then we have been, texting. We used to text, and free nights. We ran that free nights thing to the ground. We wrecked it. We free nights till battery died. We fell asleep on the phone. I remember this particular time, and she's a Sabbath worshiper. She's a Sabbath worshiper, she said. And she has church in the morning at about 9. And we were on the phone from Friday 11 till 6. And I was like, girl, you're serious. It should be your Sabbath, and you're on the phone with me the entire night. And we were talking about, we were dreaming big, we want to do this, we want to accomplish this, we want to do that. We were like fairy tale. Didn't know what life was really about.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were just there dreaming. And her mom, she...
Guys, you know how these mothers are.
Yeah.
She would come in the room at the middle of the night. Go to bed! Get off the phone!
But we're good friends now. I love you, Mama Brian. Mrs. Brian, we're good friends now. Yeah, so yeah, she was like, get off the phone, and in the morning she woke up Davine like, I think she woke you up at 8 or 7 to iron some clothes and stuff like that. So she had no sleep whatsoever, probably just an hour. That was so fun. And the good thing is I didn't go to church on Saturday, so I was home sleeping while she was there, probably at church. Oh, praise the Lord. You know, that kind of crazy thing. But it has been a roller coaster journey. It has been good times, bad times, fun times, not so fun times. It has been everything, and it's good to know that we can, you know, go through that experience and still be here today stronger than ever before.
Yeah.
And just to close on a serious note, and just to encourage people, there is never a way to say this, but you can never tell what your future is going to bring, and you can never tell who is going to be the right person for you just like that. It has to take a process, and it has to be something that you guys you know, experience together.
Come together as a team. You know,
work through
be there in the good times,
like
be
that.
there in the bad times, get to know each other well, because it's not going to take you a couple of weeks or a few months to get to know somebody.
But funny enough, we were very much deceived by that notion that, hey, we free nights, we text. You know, Digital used to give you like 100 texts per day.
Yeah, and we
would finish that by 1 p.m.
Exactly.
We would finish that by 1 p.m. and then we'd be like, okay, we're gonna send one text because you have to save credit. Please call me. When we send messaging, please call me.
When we please call me, I love you. When please send me credit, I want you to call me.
We had like codes, you know, like we had like codes, and you know, I'm gonna give you this joke. My father, Ainsley Hutchins, anyway, you are big up yourself if you're seeing this. I remember one day I was texting Davine.
I got the message.
I don't remember what I was texting. I was texting her, something
I
love you, and I love my wife, and I can't wait to marry you, or something like that. But I think what happened is that, you know, sometimes when you're texting too much and you're texting too fast, if somebody like texts you immediately, like simultaneously while you're, you know, getting text from someone else, probably you mistakenly open that chat and then reply thinking you replied to this person. So that's what happened with me and my father. And my father was actually outside the gate waiting for me to open the gate, and I sent a text. You're my wife, and I love my wife, or something. And my father said, I didn't know that you were married. You know, my father is, you know, he's a church guy, and he, you know, didn't believe in those things. So he was like, I didn't know that you were married. And I was like, oh my God. And then, silly me, thinking I was, you know, telling Davine what happened, wrote another text saying, hey babe, I just mistakenly texted my dad saying, hey, you're my wife and everything. And he said he didn't know that I was married. Good thing I wasn't texting anything rude. And I still sent that message to my father. He just replied and said, son, we need to talk. Hey, that was like one of the most embarrassing moments of my relationship. I was devastated that day. Yeah, but you know, my father loves me. He loves me, and you know, he would just talk to me, and then I understand where it's coming from. You know, I really thank him for everything.
Yeah, so his mom loved me before she even met me. She would always be like, oh, tell Davine I love her. I can't wait to see her. She should come and visit me, you know.
Yes, guys, that's just my mom. My mom is very supportive in anything that I'm doing. She always gives me the support I need. So if I say, mommy, hey, I have a girlfriend, I'm gonna get married or stuff like that, she's in support before I even get to that point. That's my mother. She's loving, she's caring, and she, not that I'm saying that she will allow me to do anything that's wrong.
Exactly.
No, but she's very, once I'm on the right path and anything that I, you know, present to her, she's gonna support me in it. So yeah, my mom loves Davine. It's like she was the one who gave birth to her. Yeah. If my mom calls me, she would be like, I want to talk to Davine. Where's Davine? What's Davine doing? I always pray for Davine. I'm praying for her. Davine is my daughter. I love her. She is crazy over Davine. Yeah, very crazy over Davine. Yeah, but guys, in a relationship, you have to, be best friends.
Yeah.
Majority of the times, I know this is an all we met video, but it's like taking a different course. Whenever I'm texting, or if you search my phone, Davine is probably the only person I'm texting. She's like a friend. We talk about everything, any and everything. And we, have this bond that we try to share each other's journey, and we always try to share each other's pain and joy and excitement and achievements and everything like that. We share each other. We are like friends. Behind, being in a relationship, if it wasn't like for the friendship that we had, probably this relationship would have been whacked.
Yeah.
Gone. And because we're friends, sometimes we just exfoliate that layer of being a couple and just go back down to the roots, the foundation, which is our friendship. And I think that is what is keeping us. And that is the reason why we have this chemistry. We are like good friends. And as I said, no relationship is perfect. None is perfect whatsoever. We do have our shortcomings. We do have our, as I said, ups and downs. But the question is, what are you going to do whenever you are faced with these mountains, these issues, okay? And if you don't understand the love of a mother to a child, or a good father to a child, or God to his creation, if you can't fathom that love, if you can't comprehend it, you won't be able to love anyone, because it's not easy to love a human being. Sometimes your mom is going to turn on you. Sometimes your sister is going to turn on you, your brother, your cousin, your aunt, your friends. So if you can't understand that love, how to forgive each other, and how to help others on their journey when they are fallen, to come to grace, so to speak. If you can't understand that love and fathom that type of love, relationships may not work out.
Yeah.
So not that I'm saying though that if you are in a relationship with someone and you do understand that love, and they're constantly doing something wrong, or they're constantly hurting you, you should keep up with it and let it work. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying once the person can acknowledge that, listen, I have done you wrong, and this is absolutely not fair, and I want to change, and I want to stop, and I want to go to a different path. Please open your heart and forgive me, and stuff like that. Willing to change. That's the type of thing that I'm referring to. Not someone who is constantly doing something that's wrong. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Our journey is, as I said, it's a fun journey. It's a fun journey. And there was a time when we were like separated in terms of distance. We had a long distance relationship. And I think the long distance relationship that we had was very, very integral. We had to go through that because it has molded us, and it has fortified our relationship so much, and it made us very stronger. And better persons. So, and it was like the test of time. It was like really the test of time. So listen, if you can go through this, you can go through anything else. And I think that's the test that God was basically showing us. That listen, the true strength of your relationship is within this period of trials, and because it's not easy, saying that you love someone and being with someone and you're not seeing them for a long time. It's not easy. It's not easy. But what? We video called every single day. We texted every single day. We just try to work around it. But glory be to God, we're here, and we are back together. We're doing it big. We're doing it strong. Yeah.
And we have so many stories, but I think we're just gonna cut it here and leave the rest for another day, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Once again, we do appreciate you all. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and
And
subscribe. We'll see you all in our next video. Bye for now. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.